Well, hi, Team iTod. How you doing? Guys, just wanted to put this little video clip together that you can just go back and look at again and again fairly quickly to refresh your mind on some of the stuff we covered the other night. Now, one of the things is that we've got to figure out what it is that we want. Like, why are you in Isagenix? What is it that you want? Like, what do you actually want? If you're just happy using the products, sensational. If you're wanting anything to do with income, then you need to pay attention to this, okay? You see, sometimes our goals or our dreams don't have to be things that we want to run towards. They can be things that we want to run away from, debt, lack, all that sort of stuff. Sure, we can, buy a new car, get another house, go on holidays. They're all fine things. But sometimes in the beginning, we're just trying to get away from the stress of work, the stress of lack, and all that sort of stuff. And so one is just as powerful as the other, depending on where you're actually coming from. Since we kicked off iTod, there's been some things happen. Since we changed the focus from product to money, we're marketing a system and we use a product. Okay, we're not in the business of selling the product. We're in the business of marketing a system that will help people make money. And in doing that, we know historically that if people who build the business, they use more product than the people who just got in for their health. It's strange, but when people just get in for their health, they stay for a season or two and then they leave. Why? Because they're feeling better, they got their result, happy to move on. However, if we can help people make, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a week, I'll guarantee you they don't want to ever leave. So our goal is to help people make so much money that they never ever want to leave Team iTod. They just don't want to leave, okay? So what I want to do first is I want to play a little video, and in doing this, what I want you to do is, this is a guy who I've known for a long, long time. He's been in other multi-levels. He's a master builder. He's a brilliant guy. But the concept remains the same. And so I want you to have a little listen to this. It only goes for a couple of minutes. So let's have a little look at what this guy's talking about here.
I want to lift you up. I want to tell you how great you could be. I want to reach inside and grab those great ingredients you have and pull them out, put that dream in front of your face, blow the cobwebs off it, and tell you you can have anything you want in life, no matter what it is. You're standing at a fork in the road. Down this fork over here is the fork you've been going down your whole life, and for some reason, mentally, you've decided that if you just work harder and you get a little bit smarter, that your whole world's going to change, and you just want to keep doing the same thing you've always done. There's a really good chance it's not going to work out that way. When you have vision, you get yourself to somehow believe in things that there's no physical evidence of yet, but you have the vision of where you're going to go and how it's going to be. And your mind begins to believe it into existence. So down this fork over here is a fork of vision. And you've got to have the ability to see what this is going to turn into as we go down the road. This is the beginning. We're the pioneers. And many years from today, this is not going to look like it does right now. You are part of the future of the whole entire organization. You're part of what makes it work. It's your integrity, it's your character, it's your work ethic. I know that in you, you have the seeds of greatness. It doesn't do you a lot of good if I only know it, but you don't know it. You have the seeds of greatness in you. There's nobody that can ever take any of this away from you. But we can't be forced to do it, told to do it. We got to develop it inside. deep inside, you got to have a dream that'll take you anywhere you want to go. When you hit an obstacle, you got to have a dream so strong in you that you're going to go through it, under it, kick its teeth out, go around it. It doesn't matter. But you would never consider letting an obstacle slow you down or stop you in any way, size, shape, or form. I don't care what you've got to overcome. There's hope for you. And this is the right road to go down to take care of all those needs and do anything you want to do with your life. You see, we'll cheer you on like nobody else will. We're going to cheer you on because we respect and appreciate people that try and go after it. We want to surround ourselves with people that want to create an amazing world, that want to take the torch of hope to people and back it up with effort and look them in the eye and help them. You're going to have to decide which fork you're going to go down. So you look at the end picture over here and the end picture over here. And you got to decide which one of those pictures that you want. One of them is going to be designed by you for you. The other one is going to be designed by them for you. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to design it as well as you would. Stay fierce, my friends, and let's go kick some butt and make it happen.
So which fork? Which fork in the road are we going to take, guys? You know, it's really, really interesting. You know, that little video says you can get anything you want out of life in this industry. And it's true. You can. There is work to be done. Now, you can work hard. You can work slow. You can do it any way you like. But I'm going to show you a way where you can get it done relatively quick, right? Now, look, you are the pioneers in this whole thing. Sure, Isagenix has been around for years. But what we're going to be doing with Team ITOD, you guys are the pioneers. You're it. I'll tell you a quick little story. Many years ago, in when we were all, well, before we even got into Amway, there was 4 directs got together and decided they wanted to change the system. They'd heard about a guy in the US who'd changed the system and they wanted to plug into that. And 4 directs here in Australia, they ran around their groups and they all would have had at least a couple of hundred people in their group, but all they could get together was 32 people, right? 32 plus themselves made 36. And one of the leaders in that other group in America flew out to Australia and taught them how to go from a product-based model to a curiosity business-based model, a money-based, building a dream. Now, so in that room of 36 people, keep in mind, this guy flew halfway around the world to talk to 36 people. Out of that 36 people, apart from the 4 directs, only 8 did it. All right? Only 8. You think about that. So 8 plus 4, so there was 12. Those 12 people ended up building an organization of literally hundreds of thousands of people around the world. You're the pioneers. The wheel has turned full circle. You're the pioneers. Now it's your turn. It's your turn to lead the charge. But you've got to have a vision for what's really going on. You've got to see past where we are today. The numbers don't matter today. You've got to see past that. So let me show you what's been happening. I'll tell you a little bit about what's been happening, then I'll show you how it's happened. All right. Firstly, I'll talk about my nephew, Daryl. Daryl's been in Isagenix with us for probably 6 years. Incredible young fella. He is a very hardworking guy, and he's a single dad. And the last couple of years, he's got a bit of a travel bug going. And this year, he just not long come back from 8, nearly 9 weeks in Europe with his 10, 11-year-old daughter. Now, you've got to understand, you can't wobble around Europe for that period of time on $4.50 a day. It doesn't work. So Daryl obviously spent a few quid on that trip, but he had an absolute blast. He just loved it, and he just wants to keep traveling. And so when we came up with the little clips, the little 3-minute clips, I got in touch with Daryl and I said, we were talking, and I've been in touch with him about his trip and all that sort of stuff, and we catch up from time to time. And he said, he said, if I could find a way, he said, I would travel forever. And I said, so I told him what we were doing, how we'd changed, gone from a product to a business base, and we'd made these little clips up. So I sent them over to him. He said, that's awesome. He said, I'll ring you back. I thought, oh, he's obviously busy. No, he wasn't busy. He rang a bunch of his mates and said, hey, I've got something. And he sent the clip out. Interesting, right? Now, Daryl, been in for 6 years, saw the plan the first time last Tuesday night. That was the first time he'd seen the plan. Anything to do with making money in Isagenix. Now, we've got one bloke ready to sign up. He was supposed to sign up yesterday, but work got in the road. But that's okay. So hopefully on the weekend he'll sign up. Daryl's got 4 more who are ready to look at the business. Right? And I'll cover what I said to Daryl the other day. Then the next person is a couple over in Western Australia, Mike and Beth. And I didn't know them. They were basically, I guess, strangers to me from the concept of Mike had rang me looking to buy a hydrogen unit for one of his trucks. But anyway, that deal didn't work, and that was a couple of years ago. And I just had him in my phone as Detroit, because that's the type of engine he had, WA guy. Right? So I thought, oh, well, I'll give Mike a ring, see what he's doing. And so I rang this number, and it went to message bank. And it said, sorry, it's Mike here, can't take your call. So I thought, his name's Mike. All right. So anyway, one thing and another, got talking to him. And I said, outside the trucks, I said, do you ever look at a way to bring in additional income? He said, well, we always look. What do you got? So I sent him the clip. Right? And I sent him the 50 and above clip. He gets back to me and goes, this is pretty interesting. Tell me about it. What's going on? So I had a little bit of a generic chat, didn't say too much, and organised to sit down with him on a Zoom call, show the plan. All right. So now we've shown them the plan. Mike and Beth have registered. They've signed up. And since last Saturday, I've shown 5 people for Beth on Zoom. And I think at this stage, 3 of the 5 are getting in. Now, let me explain to you what's changed. Why all of a sudden has this all changed? Well, it comes down to expectation and belief to a great degree. If you expect it to happen, it's going to happen. If you believe that this is what's going to happen, it will happen. And don't get me wrong, there's still no's mixed in amongst all this. I'm still getting a few no's. So, you know, it's not 100% strike rate, but the strike rate's very good. And so what we want to do now is, how am I getting this ball to roll on from one to the other to the other? Like Beth had shown 4 people before her box of products turned up. You know, like we'd done the Zooms and we had been in front of 4 people before Beth even got her box of products. So how are we doing this? Well, let me share this with you. ITOD, building momentum. If we want to make a change, we have to make a change. Look, the little videos are very good. The plan with the money up front first and the products second is a great way to go. It really is. It makes so much sense. But once people get in, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to sit there and wait for a month or 6 weeks until they've tried all the products and done this and done that? Or do you want them to build straight away? Well, preferably to build straight away, because it creates excitement and momentum. Now, let's have a look at this. What I said to Daryl was basically this in a probably modified version. I don't read it as a script. It's not, as you know, we are just starting to open this totally new system in this area. It's a conversation. This is just teaching you the guidelines of the conversation. So I was saying to Daryl, mate, look, we're just starting to kick this thing off. And it's a whole new system. And there is nobody around Ballarat or Melbourne using this system. We're going to be putting about 20 people into the organisation in the next couple of weeks. And I'd like a lot of them to all be down in your organisation. Now, this would give you a tremendous start, wouldn't it? Now, Daryl's got to nod his head at that stage. Your man, your woman have to nod their head, wouldn't it? It's an agreement question. So, Daryl, as you can see, this could get exciting real quick. Now, I know you probably have a few close friends and family members that you'd like to help. And as long as we're going to be building the organisation of new people in your team, maybe we should give some thought to sponsoring your friends and family first. That way, they can benefit financially from all the growth. And what I did then was I jumped over here to this page and I showed them here, look, that's you. We're going to be putting about 20 people down here over the next couple of weeks. These first few people that you personally introduce, they are going to be the beneficiaries of all the growth that comes out from right underneath. And so who do you want to help the most first? Right? And in doing that, Daryl goes, oh, well, I've contacted this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I'll give Chris a ring too. Right? So Chris is going to get in here. Right? Scotty is going to be positioned here in Daryl's group. All right? Now they're going to be the beneficiaries of everything that comes out from underneath. Now, I didn't say I was going to put in the 20 people. You're not telling them that you're going to put 20 people in their group. It looks like there's going to be about 20 odd people get into your group. Let me explain how this works. Let me go and get a pencil and I'll draw this out. I need a color. We'll go for blue. All right. So Daryl, I've said that to Daryl, and I said that with Beth, right? So both of these are doing the same thing. So we go and sponsor Chris there and Scotty there for Daryl. Now, what do you think I'm going to say to Chris? Chris, listen, you guys are just kicking this whole brand new system off here in Ballarat, around Melbourne, all that sort of stuff. Who do you want to be the beneficiaries of all the growth that's going to come up in here? There's going to be about 20 odd people in the next few weeks get in through this whole line of sponsorship here. Oh, well, I'd like to see my brother and my sister and my mum. Okay, so now what we've got there is Daryl has got 2, Chris would have 3. What do you think I'm going to say to this person here? And they're going to go, oh, well, I know this person here, and I know I want that person there, and I want somebody else, my mates, brothers, cousins, uncles, auntie, in that spot there. All right. So now, what do you think we're going to say to this person? What do you think we're going to say to that person? What are we going to say to these people? We're going to say exactly the same thing, and they're going to do exactly the same thing. And so what happens is, down in here, if we look at this, this could all happen within a week, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, there's 14 people there. And because of Zoom, we can do this over and over and over again. And with Scotty, what do you think I'm going to say to Scotty? Scotty, in the next couple of weeks, there's going to be about 20 people get in down underneath this position here. And who would you like to see? Family members, friends, best mates, whatever, benefit from all this volume that's going to come up through here. Oh, well, I'll put my mum there and I'll put my brother here. Okay, fine. Okay, Scotty's brother, who would you like to see get in here and here? Because we're going to have about 20 people come up through here in the next couple of weeks. Oh, well, I'll put my cousin and my wife. Okay, fine. And away we go again. And the more you do it, the more you get familiar with the concept, what's going to happen is when you look around, Daryl's probably got about 20 people in there. Scotty will have about 10 in there. Well, actually, Daryl will have 34. Right? What do you think we're going to say to this person way down here? This is how we build momentum, guys. This is how we build momentum. Now, look, what I'm suggesting also is this. I'm telling people that, look, there's basically 3 ways to get into this thing. You can either buy one of the big premium packs, you can buy a 30-day pack, right? Or you can buy 100 BVs worth. The 30-day pack is the most popular. All right. Now, at that, there's 222 BV. Or they could get in with one product for 20 BV, for instance. If you had a group of 34 people, what would you prefer to get the bonus on? 34 lots of 20 or 34 lots of 222? The 30-day pack is a great recommendation. Explain to them this pack up here, then this pack down here, that works for them. If they don't want to do that, drop down to 100 BV. But here in ITOD, we're here to build a business. Right? We're here to build a business, guys, and you only ever get paid on the volume of product that goes through your entire organization. So let me just clear all this, all the drawings, right? And so what happens is if we go back over here, let me get rid of that, go back over to this one. Now, so how this works, this would give you a tremendous start, wouldn't it? All right, Daryl, Scotty, Beth, whatever. As you can see, this could get exciting real quick. And I know you probably have a few close friends and family. Who are we going to show? So here's the little spot where you could help them make a list. Now, at this point, you can send the contacting clip to their phone if they haven't already got it on their phone, right? So they can send it to their first people. Now, here's what they can say, because most people don't know what to say. The new people say way too much. They've got verbal diarrhea and they just go bleh over everybody. They could ring up their new prospect and go, "Hi, Mary. Thanks for taking my call. I know you're busy and so am I right now. Mary, I was just wondering, are you open to picking up some extra dollars over the next few months?" Mary's going to say, "Sure, what doing or what is it?" "Mary, I'm flat out. I'll send you a 3-minute video clip based on the FSI system and I'll ring you back soon." Okay? Done. You've told Mary what it is. It's the FSI system. Right? You could call it the ITOD system. Right? You've satisfied her curiosity as to what it is. "Well, I never heard of it." "Okay, I'll send it to you." "Well, can you explain a bit more to me?" "Sure, I can, but not right now. I'm busy. I've got to go." Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this little sheet up on the ITOD page. All right, we're going to post that on ITOD. Now, guys, understand this. I know not everyone's going to pick this up and run with it. Not now, anyway. I know that a handful of you will. I don't know which is the handful that will. Only time will show that. And for those who do, who have some belief in themselves and want to achieve their goal, their dream, or run to or run from, whatever it is, this works. This isn't a theory. This isn't a rough idea. If you will do this, this works. To the point where the other day, I think it was on Wednesday. Yeah, it might have been Wednesday, might have been Thursday, I forget, don't know. Trevor rings me up and goes, mate, what are you doing? You've got a lot of stuff happening. I said, I know. Now, Trev knows we're up to some skullduggery here. We haven't told him what we're doing. We haven't told him about ITOD, right? Not because I want to hide it from Trevor. I want to keep it for you. I don't want anybody else getting a hold of this powerful, powerful tools on how to build a business and how to make money for you. I don't want anybody else getting it until you have wrung its neck. I want you to squeeze every drop out of this thing. I want you to be able to pick up the phone and say, Fred, Mary, Harry, Jack, I've got onto something. Are you interested in picking up some extra dollars over the next few months? Well, yeah, what doing? Hey, look, I'm busy. I'll shoot you a real short little video clip and I'll get back to you. That's all you got to do. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. A ratio will appear. You're going to muck it up a few times. That doesn't matter. Keep doing it and you will get better at it. But you can't get better at it sitting at home thinking, wishing and hoping. That doesn't work. Right? The 12 people that built IDA, you know, those 12 people made fortunes and helped hundreds of others make fortunes. I want every one of you watching this to be the people that walk across the stage at money levels that just gobslaps people. And I want them to sit there and think, what the heck happened over there? What's this ITOD? Remember what I said the other week? I want to walk into Celebration Function, not this coming year, but next year. And I'd like to see 2,000 of us walk in there on the Saturday, all wearing our ITOD shirts. Can you imagine what that would look like? Can you imagine how we would rock that place? Guys, if you've got any questions, you've got my phone number. If you want to show the plan to somebody and you're not sure, you ring me up. We'll do a Zoom call. I can do them all day and all night. I love it. All righty. Team ITOD, I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Have a great year. And this is the best time of the year to be contacting and sponsoring people because everybody's broke and Christmas is coming at them at 100 miles an hour. All righty. See you later, guys. Bye.